There's a quiet question many of you have carried inside for years, sometimes whispered in the dark, sometimes lingering just beneath your thoughts. It's the kind of question that feels both deeply personal and yet somehow almost forbidden to ask out loud. Is it still normal for me to touch myself at this age? Am I alone in this? If you've ever found yourself wrestling with this, wondering if your body's desires are fading or maybe even wrong, I want you to pause for a moment and hear this. You are not broken. You're simply standing at the edge of a truth too few people talk about. A truth wrapped in misunderstanding and silence. For decades, society has brushed aside the intimate realities of older adults, as if once we cross a certain age, our bodies and desires vanish into thin air. But the truth is far more nuanced and far more beautiful. The pleasure, the connection, the simple act of self-touch remains a profound part of who you are. And yet, that part of your life might feel shrouded in secrecy, met with judgment, or worse, ignored altogether. You may have been told it's unhealthy, embarrassing, or just something to stop thinking about. But that's a lie you don't have to believe. Let me tell you about Ron. He's 67 years old, a kind man who's seen his share of life's joys and losses. Ron lost his wife a few years ago, and in the quiet moments of the night, he found himself restless, longing not just for companionship, but for a sense of connection to his own body. He asked himself questions he never thought he would. Is it okay that I still want this? That I find comfort in my own touch? He worried, thinking maybe his age should mean the end of such desires, but no one had ever really answered him, not with kindness, not with truth. Doctors often rushed past his question, and friends wouldn't talk about it. Ron felt alone in his confusion. One day Ron found the courage to speak up. When he shared his feelings, it wasn't just about a physical act, it was about reclaiming a piece of himself that the years had tried to silence. "It helps me feel alive," he told me quietly. And in that moment, I understood something vital. This isn't just about masturbation. It's about dignity, about connection, about knowing that the body and soul remain intertwined, no matter the years on the calendar. Now let's explore what happens in our bodies when we touch ourselves later in life. Our physiology changes, there's no denying that. The nervous system, the hormonal rhythms, even blood flow shift as time passes. But these changes don't mean desire fades away completely. It simply takes on a new shape, a different rhythm that's worth honoring. When you engage in self-touch, you're not just seeking release, you're nurturing circulation, especially in areas that matter deeply for health and vitality. Regular stimulation encourages blood flow in the pelvic region, which is crucial for maintaining tissue health and nerve sensitivity. There's also a quiet but powerful dance happening in your brain. Hormones like dopamine and oxytocin, which influence feelings of pleasure and relaxation, are released. This can help ease anxiety, improve sleep quality, and even support your overall mood. And when it comes to prostate health, there's evidence suggesting that regular ejaculation, whether with a partner or alone, might reduce risks associated with prostate issues. It's important to dismantle the myths that still circulate, that masturbation somehow drains your energy or weakens your body. On the contrary, it's a way to stay connected with your vitality. Your body may respond more slowly now, and your pace may have softened, but your capacity for pleasure, for connection, remains very much alive. Think of your body as a seasoned instrument, one that requires gentle tuning and respect, rather than harsh demands. But it's not just about biology. The emotional landscape surrounding masturbation over 60 is complex and often misunderstood. Many older adults feel a heavy weight of cultural silence, a quiet message that desire at this age is somehow wrong or shameful. Yet the truth is that touch, even self-touch, remains a fundamental way we communicate with ourselves. It grounds us, calms us, and reassures us that we still matter, still belong in our bodies. There's a profound difference between loneliness and solitude. Sometimes, touching yourself is not an act born from loneliness, but from choosing to care for your own well-being in a world that often overlooks the needs of older bodies and spirits. It can reduce anxiety, reconnect you to feelings of safety, and remind you that pleasure is not just for the young, it's a human need that transcends age. If we were to talk about masturbation the way we discuss everyday self-care, like brushing your teeth or stretching to ease tension, it would feel less taboo, less isolating. You wouldn't carry the burden of secrecy or shame. Instead, you'd see it as a natural extension of caring for your whole self, body and mind. It's a gentle language of love you speak to yourself, an intimate affirmation that you are still here, still worthy of comfort and joy. At the same time, it's essential to listen carefully to your body's changing signals. There may come times when masturbation doesn't feel as pleasurable or even becomes uncomfortable. Dryness, sensitivity, or emotional numbness can creep in without warning. This doesn't mean failure or loss. It's simply your body asking for a different kind of care. Using lubrication, taking more time to relax, breathing deeply before and during touch, and pacing yourself can make a profound difference. There's no rush, no performance to meet, only the opportunity to rediscover what feels good on your terms. Think of this process as tuning a beloved instrument rather than trying to play it harder. Adjusting the way you engage with your body is part of the journey, not a sign that the music is over. Sometimes, stepping back allows you to return with more awareness, more tenderness, and greater appreciation for what your body can teach you. In the coming moments, I want to invite you to consider masturbation not as a guilty habit, but as a vital form of self-care. It's a ritual you create, a sacred time to reconnect with your sensations, your breath, and your presence. Imagine setting aside a quiet moment just for yourself, where distractions fade away and the world softens at the edges. Maybe there's soft music, a warm blanket, or a gentle light that invites you to slow down. Focus not on performance or goals, but on sensation itself, the way your skin feels, the rhythm of your breathing, the warmth of your hands. You are not chasing anything. You are simply coming home to yourself. This act is not just physical, it's an embrace of your whole being, an acknowledgement that you still deserve pleasure, comfort, and tenderness. I want you to know that this body you inhabit has carried you through so much. It has held your laughter, your tears, your victories, and your losses. It is still yours, and it still longs to be treated with kindness. You may have felt alone in this truth, but you are not. There is a community of people just like you, quietly searching, hoping, reclaiming their vitality in their own way. As you sit with these thoughts, I invite you to breathe deeply and recognize the courage it takes to face this part of yourself. It's not easy to confront the silence and stigma that have surrounded older adult sexuality, but by doing so, you are opening a door to a richer, fuller connection with your body and your life. In the next part of this conversation, we'll explore how to listen to your body's boundaries and adjust your practices with compassion and care. We'll talk about ways to make this ritual truly nourishing and how to honor your changing needs without judgment. For now, hold on to the simple truth. Your desire is not a mistake or a problem. It is a vital thread in the fabric of your well-being, one that deserves respect and attention. If this message has reached you where you are right now, know that you are not alone and that you are deeply seen. My name is Dr. Camila Cruz, and I am here to walk alongside you as you rediscover the powerful, quiet joy of being fully present in your body at every age. As we continue, it's important to remember that your body's messages are always there, waiting patiently for you to notice them. Sometimes, masturbation might not feel quite right. There might be dryness, discomfort, or a sense of emotional numbness that clouds the experience. These moments can feel frustrating or even discouraging, but they're simply signs that your body is inviting you to slow down, to listen more deeply, and to adjust how you engage with yourself. It's not a signal of failure, but an opportunity to care for yourself in a new way. Think of this as tuning an old, cherished instrument rather than forcing it to play louder or faster. Perhaps adding a bit of lubrication, giving yourself permission to take more time, breathing into the moment before you begin, or shifting your focus from achieving a particular outcome to simply exploring sensation with curiosity and kindness, can transform your experience. This is not about meeting expectations or reaching goals. It's about rediscovering pleasure on your own terms. The gentle rhythm of your breath, the warmth of your hands, the softness of the skin beneath your touch. These are the notes that compose a new kind of intimacy with yourself. This kind of self-touch is not a secret act to be hurried or hidden away in guilt, but a ritual of wellness, a sacred moment carved out just for you. Imagine it as a quiet ceremony where you honor your body's wisdom and give it the respect it deserves. Setting aside time for this ritual, free from distractions or interruptions, can make all the difference. Maybe it's a few minutes at the end of the day, with soft music playing, a favorite scent in the air, or the gentle warmth of a blanket wrapped around your shoulders. Creating a space that feels safe and comforting invites your body to relax, to open, and to remember the joy of simple sensation. The beauty of this ritual is that it's not about performance or achievement. It's about presence, being fully here with yourself in the moment. Let your hands move slowly, guided by curiosity rather than urgency. Notice the way your skin responds, the subtle changes in temperature, the waves of sensation that rise and fall like a gentle tide. This is your body speaking its language of pleasure and peace, reminding you that even in later years, you belong to yourself completely. There is profound power in reclaiming this connection. Your body has been your companion through every chapter, carrying your laughter, your pain, your triumphs, and your heartaches. It has witnessed decades of living, learning, loving, and sometimes losing. And it remains here, still vibrant, still capable of delight. You are not a stranger to your own flesh. If you've ever felt isolated in your desires, know that you are far from alone. There are many others who have quietly walked this path, learning to embrace their bodies anew, finding comfort in their own touch, and rediscovering what it means to feel alive. You belong to this shared human experience, a tapestry of stories woven through time and across generations. As you allow yourself to sit with these truths, I invite you to breathe deeply and honor the courage it takes to confront silence and stigma around aging and sexuality. You are not weak for feeling desire. You are brave for listening. You are not flawed for seeking pleasure. You are whole for acknowledging your needs. This is not a secret to hide, but a vital part of your well-being to cherish. Now imagine for a moment what it would feel like to treat masturbation as an act of self-care, a gentle practice of kindness rather than a guilty habit. To see it as a way of saying to yourself, you are worthy of comfort, pleasure, and peace. What if this simple shift in perspective could ease the heaviness you might carry, replacing it with a quiet, steady warmth that flows from within? There is no rush, no finish line here. This is your journey, unfolding at your own pace. Perhaps tonight, you might give yourself permission to slow down, to explore with gentle hands and an open heart. Maybe tomorrow, you'll find new ways to invite softness and presence into these moments. And if you find that you're not ready, that's okay too. Every step, no matter how small, is a part of healing and rediscovery. In caring for your body this way, you affirm an essential truth. You still belong in this skin, in this life, with all your desires intact. This is not about clinging to youth or denying the realities of aging. It is about honoring the fullness of your experience, the richness of your body's story, and the endless capacity for connection that lives within you. So, as we come to the close of this conversation, I want to leave you with a thought to carry gently in your heart. Your body is not a fading relic, but a living, breathing vessel of experience and sensation. It holds memories and dreams, pain and pleasure, loss and hope. And it is yours, entirely and wonderfully yours. Treat it with the kindness you deserve. Listen when it speaks. Celebrate when it sings. If you feel called to explore this part of yourself with more intention and care, I invite you to take that step without fear or shame. Perhaps share this conversation with someone you trust, or write down your feelings as a way to understand them better. Small acts of courage build into powerful changes over time. Remember, I'm Dr. Camila Cruz, and it has been my privilege to walk with you through this delicate and profound journey. You are not alone, you are deeply seen, and you are endlessly worthy. When you look in the mirror tonight, I hope you see the strength and beauty of a life lived fully. Every curve, every line, every heartbeat. That is your true vitality. Take this moment as an invitation to reclaim your pleasure, to nurture your body, and to honor the timelessness of your desire. There is no expiration date on connection, no age limit on tenderness. Your story continues, rich with possibility. Thank you for trusting me with this conversation. May you move forward with gentle courage, with hope in your heart, and with the quiet knowledge that you are always deserving of love, especially from yourself.